Unveiling your authentic self, the revolutionary power of embracing your gifts. Welcome to the Black CEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the realms of personal growth, success, and authenticity. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to share with you some truly transformative insights I gained from an extraordinary conversation with the incomparable Vanessa Fuller. Vanessa isn't just a thought leader, she's a beacon of authenticity in a world that often encourages conformity. Her wisdom has the power to shake the very foundation of how we perceive ourselves and our potential. Vanessa's impact on making the world a better place is nothing short of revolutionary. She's igniting a global movement of self-discovery and empowerment that's changing lives, one authentic soul at a time. Now, let me ask you a question that might just turn your world upside down. Have you ever felt like you're living someone else's life? Like you're wearing a mask so convincing you've almost fooled yourself? What if I told you that the key to unlocking your full potential, to living a life so vivid and purposeful it takes your breath away, lies not in becoming someone else, but in embracing who you truly are? In my conversation with Vanessa Fuller, we embarked on a journey that delved deep into the power of authenticity, the art of understanding our unique gifts, and the transformative impact of nurturing those gifts. Her insights weren't just eye opening, they were soul shaking. And I'm here today bursting with excitement to take you on this roller coaster of self discovery and empowerment. Let's start with authenticity. It's a word that's tossed around like confetti these days, but what does it really mean to be authentic? Brace yourselves because Vanessa shared a story that's going to flip your perception of authenticity on its head. Picture this: a high flying corporate executive, let's call her Sarah, who seems to have it all. Corner office, check. Six-figure salary, double check. Admiration of her peers, you bet. But here's the kicker: Sarah feels like the world's most successful fraud. She spent years molding herself into what she thinks a successful executive should be. She dresses the part, talks the part, even thinks the part. But deep down, in the quiet moments when she's alone with her thoughts, Sarah feels like an imposter in her own life. One day, Sarah has an epiphany. It hits her like a ton of bricks. She's been living someone else's dream. In that moment, she makes a decision that would change the course of her life. She decides to take a leap of faith into the unknown territory of being herself. Now, Sarah doesn't go all eat, pray, love, and quit her job to find herself in Bali. No, her transformation starts small. She begins incorporating elements of her true personality into her work life. In a board meeting about quarterly projections, she surprises everyone, including herself, by speaking up about her passion for environmental sustainability. The next day, she swaps her power suits for outfits that reflect her vibrant personality. At first, Sarah is terrified. She's convinced that by showing her true colors, she'll be rejected faster than a bad pitch on Shark Tank. But something magical happens. Instead of rejection, Sarah finds acceptance. Her colleagues are intrigued by her fresh perspective. Her authenticity inspires others to be more genuine. And most importantly, Sarah feels a weight lift off her shoulders. It's as if she's been holding her breath for years and she can finally exhale. This story resonates with so many of us, doesn't it? How often do we hide parts of ourselves, fearing judgment or rejection? We become chameleons, changing our colors to blend in with our environment. But here's the truth bomb Vanessa dropped. Authenticity isn't just about being true to yourself, it's about giving others permission to be true to themselves too. Now, let's talk about understanding our gifts. Each of us has unique talents and strengths, but how many of us truly recognize and nurture them? Vanessa shared another mind-blowing story that's going to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about your potential. Meet John, a middle school teacher who always felt a nagging sense of dissatisfaction with his career. Don't get me wrong, John was good at his job. His students liked him. His colleagues respected him. But teaching didn't ignite his passion. It was like he was stuck in a lukewarm bath when what he really craved was to ride the waves of the ocean. Through a series of self-reflection exercises and heart-to-heart conversation with mentors, John had a revelation. His true gift wasn't in teaching facts and figures. It was in storytelling and creative writing. Now, most people in John's shoes might have thrown in the towel on teaching and pursued a writing career. But John, he saw an opportunity to blend his newfound understanding of his gifts with his existing career. John started a creative writing club at school. He developed lesson plans that were more narrative driven. turning dry historical facts into epic sagas that had his students on the edge of their seats. He even published a series of educational short stories that became a hit, not just in his school, but in schools across the country. Suddenly, John's work came alive. His students were more engaged than ever, hanging on his every word. And John, he found a renewed sense of purpose and joy in his profession. He wasn't just a teacher anymore. He was a storyteller, a world builder, an inspiration. This story beautifully illustrates how understanding our gifts can lead to increased self-awareness, confidence, and purpose. It's not always about making drastic changes. Sometimes it's about finding creative ways to align our actions with our passions and values. It's about turning the volume up on our unique talents and letting them sing. But here's the thing. Identifying our gifts is just the first step. The real magic happens when we commit to growing and nurturing these talents. This brings us to the third key insight from my conversation with Vanessa, the impact of growing our gifts. Vanessa shared a story that's going to light a fire under you. It's about Maria, a graphic designer who felt like she was stuck in a creative rut. She was good at her job, but she wasn't growing. The industry was evolving at breakneck speed with new technologies and design trends, and Maria felt like she was being left in the dust. Now, Maria could have thrown her hands up in frustration. She could have blamed her circumstances, her busy schedule, or the rapidly changing industry. But instead, Maria decided to embrace a growth mindset. She made a commitment that would change the trajectory of her career and her life. She decided to learn one new skill or technique every single month. Was it easy? Hell no. Maria had to juggle her full-time job, her family responsibilities, and her new learning commitment. There were nights when she wanted to throw her computer out the window. There were moments of self-doubt when she wondered if she was too old, too set in her ways to learn new tricks. But Maria persevered. She attended workshops, took online courses, and sought feedback from peers and mentors. She turned her lunch breaks into learning sessions and her commute into a mobile classroom. And within a year, Maria's portfolio had transformed. It wasn't just good anymore, it was innovative, cutting edge, breathtaking. She was taking on more challenging projects, commanding higher rates, and feeling a renewed passion for her work. But the most significant change was in Maria herself. She had developed a resilience and adaptability that extended far beyond her career. She approached life's challenges with a newfound confidence, knowing that she had the capacity to learn, grow, and overcome. This story encapsulates the power of growing our gifts. It's not just about professional success. It's about developing the resilience and adaptability to thrive in all aspects of life. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves, not just for our own sake, but for the impact we can have on the world around us. As I reflect on these insights from Vanessa Fuller, I'm struck by how interconnected they are. Authenticity allows us to recognize and embrace our true gifts. Understanding our gifts gives us the confidence to invest in our growth. And as we grow, we become more authentically ourselves, creating a beautiful cycle of self-discovery and fulfillment. So, what does this mean for you? How can you apply these insights to your own life? I want to challenge you to take a moment right now and ask yourself some powerful questions. Are you living in alignment with your true self? What parts of yourself are you hiding from the world? What would it look like if you let your authentic self shine? What are your unique gifts and talents? Are you nurturing them or have they been neglected? How can you start giving them the attention they deserve? How can you commit to growing and developing your gifts? What's one small step you can take today towards continuous learning and self-improvement? These questions might seem daunting, but they're the first step towards a more authentic, purposeful life. And remember, this journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about embracing your true self, flaws and all, and committing to growth. As Vanessa so beautifully put it, your authenticity is your superpower. Your gifts are your unique contribution to the world. And your commitment to growth is the key to unlocking your full potential. I want you to feel inspired and empowered as you embark on this journey of self-discovery. Know that embracing your authentic self takes courage, but the rewards are immeasurable. Understanding your gifts may require introspection and vulnerability, but it will lead you to a life of greater satisfaction and success. And committing to growth might be challenging, but it will open doors you never even knew existed. Remember, this journey is uniquely yours. There's no one size fits all approach to authenticity, understanding your gifts, or personal growth. What matters is that you start. Take that first step, however small it might be. Maybe it's having an honest conversation with a trusted friend about your dreams and aspirations. Perhaps it's signing up for that course you've been eyeing, but were too afraid to try. Or it could be as simple as setting aside 10 minutes each day for self reflection and journaling. Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let self doubt silence your dreams. You have unique gifts to offer the world, and embracing your authentic self is the first step towards sharing those gifts. As we wrap up this transformative journey, I want to leave you with a thought provoking challenge. Imagine a world where everyone embraced their authentic selves, understood and nurtured their gifts, and committed to continuous growth. Picture the innovation, the creativity, the compassion that would flourish. Now, here's the kicker. That world starts with you. You have the power to create a ripple effect of authenticity and growth that can change not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Your journey towards authenticity can inspire others to embrace their true selves. Your commitment to understanding and growing your gifts can encourage others to explore their own potential. So here's my call to action for you. Commit to one act of authenticity this week. It could be speaking up about something you're passionate about, pursuing a long forgotten hobby, or simply allowing yourself to be vulnerable with someone you trust. Take one step towards understanding your gifts. Ask a friend what they think your strengths are, or reflect on the activities that make you lose track of time. And finally, make one commitment to growth. Sign up for a class, read a book on a new topic, or seek out a mentor in a field you're curious about. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey towards a more authentic, purposeful life starts now. Embrace it, own it, live it. Thank you for joining me on the Black CEO Podcast. Until next time, stay authentic, keep growing, and never stop believing in the power of your dreams. The world is waiting for the gift that only you can give. It's time to unwrap it and share it with the world. Let's make waves, shall we?